Oh my God. Yeah, you're important. Opening the hood. Yeah, gravity. Hello everybody, good day to you. Welcome back. This is a Nissan Pathfinder. I forgot the year. We're gonna check on that. Customer states it is stalling and running rough and misfiring, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and get this into the shop. Let us connect our diagnostic devices. Yeah, what do we got here? 1999 Pathfinder. Let's get it in the shop, connect our scan tool, see if we have trouble codes. We'll take a look at the engine, see what's going on here. Rough start too. 272,075 miles on the clock. Yeah, we're getting up there with this thing. Pretty clean though, nice. There it is, there's that old money light. Yeah, it feels rough, like even just right here in the parking lot. Moving on in around the corner of death. Power steering pump. I was hard over on the steering wheel. That was belt slippage. Good, nuzzle you in right about here. I'd say that's good. Parking the auto. And topping the hood. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Shiny. Okay, we're looking like a 3.3 liter V6 here. Someone has put, looks like spark plug wires, a cap, perhaps a whole distributor. That looks kind of new. Yeah, this distributor has been replaced, it looks like. Okay. Wonder what is wrong. I wonder what it could be. All right, scan tool coming in. Let's take a look at our trouble codes. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, scan tool powering on. Beep. Right there. Okay. All right, we're going into scanner. We're finding Nissan, Datsun. Where are you, Datsun? There you are. Automatic. I think this is too old for auto ID. Waiting. Waiting. It's not going to do it. Canceling. Waiting on canceling. Okay, we're in. Had to manually input. Automatic transmission with air conditioning. Use the Nissan adapter cable. I don't have a Nissan adapter cable. We're just going to skip that. I hope that doesn't turn into a hindering factor. What? No communication? That's not good. We don't want that. Here, we went ahead and backed out of Nissan specific and I went into a global OBD. Let's see if I can talk to it like that. Come on. Okay, it has detected one ECU. Continue. Continue with global protocol. Please continue. Okay, we want display trouble codes. Let's go into that. Okay, here we go. We've got a P300 random / multiple cylinder misfire detected. That's fairly generic. It's just saying that we found a misfire. Then we've got a P0174 fuel trim system lean, bank 2. We are lean. Now, next challenge. We got codes. Can we get data? I want to see some live data. Fingers crossed. Give us data, please. Still collecting. Oh, we've got some live data. This is good. Now, there's our mass airflow. 5.97 grams per second. That's okay. Pressures. There we go. Here's the fuel trim action. Short terms. Doesn't tell me which bank it is yet. Long term, I'm assuming that's bank 1, and then down here's bank 2. So we've got positive 20 short terms on bank 2. Yeah, there it is, fuel trim, bank 2. And we have negatives on bank 1. So one says one thing, the other says another thing. What is going on here? Let's check some O2 voltages. Let's make sure these are switching. Okay, here's our O2 bank 1. Let's give it some throttle here. We're looking at our top graph. what we want to see is this thing switching high-low, high-low, high-low. And looks like bank 1 is not. What is bank 2 doing? It is sensing the oxygen levels in the exhaust stream. And the ECM is constantly trying to manage the fuel curves in order to reach an optimal air-fuel ratio. See, now we see this one's not doing anything either. It's not switching. I wonder if I can reset fuel trims. Let's just see. If I can reset fuel trims, those O2 sensors should just start doing what they would do normally, and we can monitor them at that point to see if one of them is hanging up. Must clear data, blah, blah, blah. Well, we know what the codes are, we know what the symptom is, we know that fuel trims are rich on one side, lean on another side. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear everything out, and we're gonna go back and revisit O2 sensor data. Okie dokes, all the diagnostic data has been cleared. That should mean that fuel trims have been cleared. Let's go back and display that data one more time. You know your car is well loved when it's spotless at 300,000 miles and 25 years old, and it's got a thumb notch worn into it. How about that? All right, scrolling down, let's find those O2 sensors one more time. See how short term, blah, 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 that's reset to 0. All the fuel trims are nearing 0, so let's watch those oxygen sensors. There's bank 1, and there's bank 2. Let's see which one of them is not happy. Here, let's go into graph. We're gonna do a 2 graph, and we wanna do O2 sensor bank 2. The bank 1 O2 sensor is still not switching very well. I don't like what we're doing here, because we shouldn't have it stepping up and down. We should just be going up and down, up and down. Scroll down to this one. That's sensor 2 on bank 1. This one's monitoring the cat converter. This one's not really switching either. I wonder if I can unplug these, see what fuel trims do. Okay, here we go. I switched this to a 2 graph, and I just selected the bank 1 sensor 1 voltage and bank 2 sensor 1 voltage. These are the pre-cat O2 sensors. These are the ones that the ECM uses to determine how much fuel to give each bank of cylinders. So you've got bank 1, which is like cylinder 1, 3, 5, and bank 2, which is going to be like 2, 4, and 6. And it looks like our O2 sensor, our upstream, bank 2 sensor 1, just died on us. The bank 1 sensor, it is switching, it's kind of sloppy. This may be a result of the fuel trims being completely 180 opposite directions, because one side's running rich and one side's running lean. So this may be affected by that, but it does look like our O2 sensor on bank 2 has died out. So we've got bank 2 sensor 1, again, that's pre-cat, no volts, it seems to be dead. So that doesn't mean the sensor died. It may have a power supply or some other issue. Let's go ahead and pull up some service data, and maybe we can take a look at what supplies power to that upstream O2 sensor. And we can even see it here on the PID list, 0 volts. So it's just gone into closed loop, and now all of a sudden fuel trims are getting, they're going into the negative here on bank 1. But we're also in the positive here on bank 2. 25 and negative 25. So these things are running opposite of each other. Let's see if voltage came back for that bank 2 upstream. Negative. 0 volts. Okay, I'm looking at the service data, and I've got the diagram for both of the front oxygen sensors pulled up. We've got left front and right front right here. And I'm reluctant to believe it's a power supply issue, because they also share power at this 25 amp fuse right here coming out of the fuse block. So they share a power fuse, which is going to be Bear with me here, let's unhighlight this. This right here is power supply to both O2s. So I don't believe we have a power supply issue because the bank 1 sensor is operating. We've got comm lines to our ECM on bank 1 and bank 2. And then we have our grounding circuit. That's this one here. I think this is grounding. Okay, that goes to, oh, that passes through the firewall at a grommet. I think that's just all grounds. Yeah, these look like grounds. NCA. I'll have to read into that. I don't know what NCA is. I'm assuming those are grounds? Okay, well, we know which one we're focusing on. It's going to be bank 2 upstream. We're still not getting voltage. Let's go ahead and identify that sensor and take a look at it and see what's going on. Okay, according to this graphic, if this is the front of the engine, cylinders 1, 3, and 5, that is the passenger side of the vehicle. That's going to be bank 1. Cylinder 2, 4, 6, that's the driver's side of the vehicle. That's going to be bank 2. And it looks like bank 2 sensor 1 pre-cat on the exhaust is our affected sensor. Let's go ahead and visually inspect it, and if it's easy enough, we'll pull it out and take a look at the sensing device inside of the unit. Let us power this thing down. Looky here, now there's voltage on the circuit. See that? Hang on. Restarting. No communication, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, go back to where you were. All right, I did see a little bit of voltage on that circuit. It did switch a little bit. Let's go ahead and pull it out and take a look at it. Repowering down. There's more voltage engine off than there is engine on. Look at that. Now, unfortunately for me, the bank 2 upstream is the sensor that is under the intake here. We can see it way down yonder, kind of far away. Has someone replaced that before? It looks kind of newish-ish. Yeah, that is newish-ish. I can see the white on the sensor. That runs up and over. Looks like it connects over here. There's our connector. Okay, here's the connector for the bank 2. This right here is the connector for bank 1. I think those are the correct ones. Let me retrace these one more time. Well, seeing as how this thing has 1, 2, 3, 4 new sensors on it, that makes this horse a different color, doesn't it? This is our bank 1. I'm sorry, bank 2 upstream right here. These connectors look okay. The clip on that's broken, but I don't think that's it because it was fully seated. This one right here, this is the bank 1 upstream. I wonder. I'm gonna flip-flop these connectors. Is this gonna work? Yeah, as it is. See what I've just done there? I just flip-flopped the connectors. So now the bank 1 sensor is connected to the bank 2 side of the harness. The bank 2 sensor is connected to the bank 1 side of the harness. Let's go revisit data and see if this suspected faulty sensor shows up on the bank 1 side. We should see no voltage occurring. Basically what this is going to confirm or deny is if that sensor that's already there is faulty or not. It makes no difference to me whether it's new or it's not new. We're just going through the process of diagnosing right now. And seeing as how that swapping connectors was actually fairly easy, I just went ahead and did that. We'll call it a time-saving strategy. Okay, data's back up. We're scrolling down. We're looking for, let's find bank 1 sensor 1 and bank 2 sensor 1. That's bank 1 sensor 1. Look, it switched sides. Oh, there's some voltage. We got voltage again. Well, look what we have here. We are getting voltages on bank 1 sensor 1 and bank 2 sensor 1. There's voltage. There's voltage. I wonder if there was a poor connection at the actual connectors. Let's go switch them back real quick and make sure we got a good solid connection. That may be all that is what's wrong with this car. Go inside the cabin. We'll reset everything one more time. So this is the bank 2 side that's plugged in where it's supposed to be. I had it disconnected. The bank 1 side is now plugged in again where it's supposed to be. I'm almost starting to think there was a bad connection right here. Let's go see what the data tells us now. And again, look at that. Bank 2 sensor 1 is still hovering around 0 volts. You can't see it highlighted. Bank 2 sensor 1 is not working when it's plugged into where it's supposed to be. Let's go ahead and unplug the bank 1 sensor and we should see that fall to near 0. I know this is a lot of back and forth, but since these things are so easy to reach, it just helps us monitor everything very quickly. So that's bank 1 disconnected. So we should see 0 volts or near 0 volts on that PID. What is this? Hang on, maybe there's a huge delay in the data. Give it a second. This thing was talking slow. Let's give it just a second. So I've still got bank 1 and bank 2 sensors switched. They're plugged in and now they both seem to be online, and fuel trims are coming back into play. Again, I'm starting to just think that we had a bad connection at that bank 2 sensor and it was dropping out and causing the thing to go lean on bank 2. This is a little odd. It doesn't seem to make any sense. I'm gonna go ahead and just switch those back to where they're supposed to be, and then we're gonna reset everything again and I'm gonna re-monitor it. I don't know why they seem to be working now. It's like this sensor wasn't working earlier and it began functioning once we plugged it into the connector for the other sensor. So now that we've determined that the sensor, which is new, is capable of functioning, let's plug it back into where it goes, and maybe we can just rule this out as a 4 connection right here somewhere, and we can take a look at those pins a little bit deeper. So let's head back into the cabin, revisit our data, and see if our fuel trims are stable or not. What do we got here? And that's what do we got? I saw a negative number somewhere, a big one, like negative 20 something. It's gone now. Here, I'm just gonna give this some throttle and we'll hold it for a little while and we'll see what these short-term and long-term fuel trims do. There we go. Short-term, bank 2 went through the roof. Bank 1, we're going negative again. What's going on here? Well, son of a biscuit. I'm getting frustrated here because I've got these two I've got the two upstream O2 sensors connected backwards. So I've got the left side on the right side connector and the right side on the left side connector. I cleared the fuel trims and now everything is operating exactly like it's supposed to be. Fuel trims are near 0, look, 1.6 for short term on bank 2, negative 1.4 for short term on bank 1. Like that's all right where it should be. It's hovering right around 0. And long terms are not trending. I don't understand because I plug these in backwards and everything is working like it's supposed to be. What if they were mixed up when they were replaced? I wonder. I really wonder. I wonder if it just came in and we had the connectors flip-flop from the get-go when those O2 sensors got replaced originally, because this is all exactly where it should be, but I know that I crisscrossed those connectors. Yeah, because looky here, let's unplug all these. These guys, this one was found right here, and this one was found right here. But it seems to be quite possible, let's unplug all of them. We'll get the actual sensor connectors out of our way. That sensor connector goes there. Let's get this one out of here. We can readdress that later. Get that one out of here. And here, let me shut this down. I'm suspecting that all this stuff was somehow got crisscrossed by accident at one point. Let's start over and pretend I'm where this was at one other point. So I've got everything disconnected. Let's say we just changed all the sensors. Here's our wiring harness. I found these two connectors connected here, these two connectors connected down there, right?
You found a clue?
Let's go with what we know. What we know is this. This thing right here is going to be critical. We know that this goes right in here. See that? Now these can't go over here because now there's not enough reach. Even if we route this on this side, they don't reach. So I think that these go here and here. And I think that these two, the longer ones, go over here. That's what I'm starting to think here. So let's wire this up as if this connector is going to go here on this side. Is that going to work? Yep. Click Q1. And then this one, which is the downstream for bank 2. Let's say that one goes on this side, but we're not even going to connect that just yet. Let's just connect the upstreams. So this looks like a downstream and this is our upstream. Connect those and we'll go ahead and clip that on to the little bracket here. I choose this one. Please go on to the little bracket. There we go. And then our upstream sensor on bank 2, which is over there, we'll connect that one to the bracket as well. Do not make a liar out of me. Okay, so the only thing left unconnected is our catalyst monitoring O2 sensors. Those are the downstreams. We can deal with those later. Let's go back and restart this and verify our data. Yeah, I'm starting to think this thing came in with the wires backwards. Okay, engine running again. Short-term bank 2 fuel trim is looking good. Short-term bank 1 fuel trim, that one's still looking good. They're hovering around 0. So let's see what the sensors are doing. Bank 1 has some voltage. Bank 2 has... Where's bank 2? Bank 2 has some voltage. Okay. I'm gonna run this for a moment at high idle and we're just gonna see what those fuel trims do. Short-term bank 1 is switching high-low. We're seeing a little bit of negative, a little bit of positive. Same thing with bank 2, a little bit of negative, a little bit of positive. Long-term bank 1 is steady, 8.6, 4.7 on bank 2. Anything within the plus or minus 10 is of no consequence. Bank 1 sensor has voltage that's switching. Bank 2 sensor has voltage that is switching. And sensor 2 and sensor 2 are both open circuit, so they're defaulting at 0.3 volts. Now, I want to make sure that these are on the correct side. So let's go ahead and unplug bank 1. We know what bank 1 is, that's the passenger side. Let's disconnect the bank 1 sensor real quick and we should see that voltage drop. Here's our bank 1 upstream, disconnected. Now let's head back into the cabin. We'll raise the idle again and we'll see that bank 1 does not have any activity. Okay, O2 sensor bank 1 volt, 0.3, that's what we've already determined to be our open circuit voltage that reads on the PID. And then bank 2 sensor 1, we're still switching here. We're going high-low, high-low. So that's a confirmed fix. It was disconnected, or it was connected on the wrong sides. We had the harness side connectors in the wrong position. This connector was over here, this connector was over here, and the harness was rerouted this way so it would reach, and we failed to plug in what we know, which is that little wiring harness securing zip tie thing. So that's confirmed fix, no parts needed. Now all we need to do is determine which of these connectors is for the downstream O2 sensors. I believe it's self-explanatory, but you never know, so let's plug in the bank 2 downstream, and then we'll confirm that it has activity on the scan tool. If we have activity on the bank 1 side, then we know that this one is also switched. How's this go? It goes like this. Okay. Fairly certain that's in the right spot, so I'm just going to put it on its bracket. I don't know if I said bank 2, but this is the bank 1 sensor 2 that's post-cat. So let's see, look for activity on bank 1 sensor 2. O2 voltage, bank 1 sensor 2, 0.7 volts, and O2 sensor bank 2 sensor 2, which is still disconnected, 0.3 volts. We're getting somewhere now. This is confirmed fix. I think we got it. Let's plug in this other side and then secure that wire. And I believe that's all she wrote. Plug you in right here, and then we'll secure that back down on its little clip thing. It's gonna be hard to do. I cannot see. Ah, there's the flashlight. Come on, guy, get on there. Oh man, my guy is gonna be so thrilled to find out he doesn't have to spend any money. I mean, he's gonna spend some money, but we're not buying parts. No parts cannon. Okay, these are connected where they're supposed to be. Let's go recheck our data just to confirm everything. This is awesome. And look at that. Okay, let's graph it. Yeah, all 4 of these, they're all 4 switching high-low, high-low. Let's take a look at our 4-bar graph. O2 sensor voltage, look at that. These are our downstreams. These are our upstreams right here. Everybody's switching like they're supposed to. We were getting into a negative feedback loop where it was sending a signal, or it was getting information saying this side is rich and this side is lean. So it added fuel and took away fuel. And then what it said is this side is even more rich and this side is even more lean. So it added fuel and took away fuel until both fuel trims were maxed out on either side. Then the ECM couldn't try to compensate anymore, and that's where we got into the running rough condition. But this graph is beautiful. Everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing. That is, that's that. Like, we got a confirmed fix here. There's no parts necessary. Simple error in installation. Things happen. Oh, I need to go back in. Let's go ahead and clear those codes one more time, just in case any have been set. Okay, we're not gonna need any more under hood lumens, so let me get this thing out of here. And then we're gonna go out, hit the road, and go on a quick test drive. Goodbye, 3.3 liter. All right, while this scanner is clearing all the information and doing one more reset, we're gonna go ahead and back this thing out and go for a quick test drive. Make sure all of our numbers stay where they're supposed to stay. We get pretty close right there. All right, hitting the road here. It's feeling pretty smooth. Yeah, it's got a good power band. There's no stalling. There's no sputtering. There's no misfires. Problem solved. It was a simple installation error. The computer got all flippy floppy. It didn't know what to do. It was getting incorrect signals from the incorrect side, and the actions it was trying to taking was the opposite of what it was trying to achieve. Still glancing down at the scan tool on occasion, and our fuel trims are right in line, long terms and short terms. Everybody's hanging out and hovering near zero. This is a 100% win. Super pleased with the results here. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh my God, I'm gonna go ahead and close this. Yeah, you're important. I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out right now, and I will do so by thanking each and every one of you for watching this idiot right here. Not that one, I was talking about me. No, just kidding, I'm not that self-deprecating. But I would like to thank you again for watching this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did in fact enjoy this video, please feel free to let me know about that in the comment section down below. Let me know if you ever encountered something like this while trying to diagnose a problem, or let me know if you actually caused something like this while trying to repair a problem. That should be a fun comment thread. So again, and as always, thank you for watching, and most importantly, do not forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. In Nissan, Datsun. Okie dokie, back at the shop. We just backed into a parking space, revisiting our fuel trims one more time. Long terms are hovering at 0, short terms are doing what they should be. No check engine light, no problem with the sensors, we're good to go. Car is parked, powering down. Re-ending of Pathfinder. See you guys later.